Hello, everybody.
Happy 2018.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2018.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
So tonight we're going to talk about goals because that's what everybody talks about on January 1st.
Yeah, because it's a new year, and so you want to accomplish new things and achieve your highest and peak potential. And so we're going to talk about some ways that you actually achieve those goals. And so when you look back in 2019, that you're like, I actually, yep, I got that, I got that. And so you're not constantly in this like hamster wheel of trying to achieve the same thing over and over again. So, Sam, what do you got for us? What are some ways to actually achieve a goal?
Ways to achieve goal. Number one, write it down and look at it often and take action to achieve it. And that ties in with what you wanted to talk about your brain.
Yeah. And so what I really wanted to bring to you guys tonight is, because honestly, like, these goals and personal development and all of this is a whole industry. There's literally books and books and books and books on this. And we've read a lot of them.
Like Tony Robbins,
yeah,
for example.
Like
he's a very well-known...
Yeah, there's a whole industry about it. But the thing that a lot of them are actually missing is that to change something externally, which a goal usually is something externally, then you actually need to change it internally first. And you need to reprogram your brain and your nervous system to form a new pattern and a new habit, so then you actually achieve those goals. And again, it doesn't become something that you're like, I really want to do this, but then in a month later you haven't done anything to actually do it. So
yeah. And it's the little daily actions
that retrains your brain.
Yeah, the daily habits retrain your brain. And the good habit achieves the goal.
Yeah. And I did a whole video on this a few weeks ago about building momentum and about how it's those small changes over time that actually lead to a huge change, over a good course of time. So if you want to go back and watch that, do that.
Yeah.
But some other ways to achieve your goals, like some like tips that we've learned. One, write them down.
Write them down. Look at them daily or often.
Because it just keeps you motivated.
Yeah, and it reminds you, like, oh yeah, that's my goal.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Yeah. And then another big thing is to be accountable and actually tell other people what your goals are. And
yeah, so I wrote out all my goals in my phone last week, and we went over them today with my whole family, just like sitting in our living room. We all, like, what are our 2018 goals? And it's also really important to set goals in all the areas of your life. So you can have spiritual goals, mental goals, family goals, social goals, vocational goals, financial goals. I'm forgetting any?
Health
goals. Yeah, physical goals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So setting a goal in all those areas and then, sharing that with the people close to you, that kind of holds you accountable and reminds you, like, hey, I want to keep working on this. Rather than, so right across, well, you can't see, but right across the highway here, there's a gym, an Anytime Fitness, and they have a big balloon up on top of their building. It's basically advertising just to us. I feel like the cars passing by can't see it, and it's just us that look at it. Yeah. But it's like $1 membership, and they just put it up last week, and
that's because everyone has a health goal.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh, I'm gonna lose 15 pounds this year, and and I'm gonna work out, 3 times a week or whatever. Yeah. And here's the problem. Like, I've noticed this year after year. People come into the gym and they're there for like 2 weeks. Like January 14th, it's like empty, back to the normal people. But there's a bunch of random people in there the first 2 weeks.
Yeah. And that's because they didn't actually change their brain
Yeah.
To actually create a new habit and a new pattern. And we've learned that it takes 21 days to form a habit,
That's
right?
debatable.
Yeah, see, that's debatable.
I've heard more like 67.
Oh, see, okay.
But
see
that's
what I'm saying? Yeah,
too.
you have to do things over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And then just press done.
Okay. And let's see, a Grant Cardone quote that I like is if anything is worth doing, it's worth doing every single day. So
yeah, I like that.
Yeah, you can just think about that. I guess I don't need to really talk about it. But
Yeah.
anything worth doing is worth doing every single day. So if it's not worth doing every single day, you probably shouldn't do it at all.
Yeah, I like that. I haven't even heard that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. He's got some great quotes.
Yeah. And then another, obviously, like, this might not be obvious, but another huge thing is to really figure out why you even have that goal in the first place. And that's actually what's going to motivate you in March and in April and even in 2 weeks.
That's
is if you're like, okay, I want to, lose 15 pounds this year. But you just say that without actually thinking, like, why? Well, because I want to be healthier for my family. That's way bigger than I just want to lose 15 pounds just because.
To look good on the Instagram pictures.
Yeah, exactly. So actually connecting your goals with the reason why is what's going to keep motivating you and driving you.
And it's good to have long-term and short-term goals. Mm-hmm. You don't have to have a whole 2018, I got this big goal, and then once 2018's over, I'm done with the goal.
Sure, yeah.
Because goals evolve as you do.
Mm-hmm.
So, a year might be a long-term goal, but it might also be a short-term goal.
That's true.
So just always kind of evolving your goals. And that comes back to writing them down and looking at them.
Mm-hmm.
Like after you hit a goal, it's important to kind of fill that space where the goal was with something a step further, so you're always moving forward.
Mm-hmm. Another huge thing is to associate that goal. Tell yourself what you're going to reward yourself with, because what that does is once you achieve that and then you give yourself that reward, you actually have to do this. You actually have to give yourself that reward. Then that programs your brain for success, and that programs your brain to keep winning and keep achieving your goals.
Yeah. I feel like there's probably some mouse psychology experiment, like give the mouse the cheese and
probably
it keeps running the maze if you don't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because the thing is, like, it's that you have to actually give yourself the reward. If you say, 15 pounds, I'm gonna, go to Florida, but then you actually don't go to Florida, then that's just training your brain to say, I guess it wasn't that big of a deal, when really it was.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think that's all we have for you guys tonight.
Yeah. Hope you guys all...
That's big. I think that's what's on everybody's mind right now.
Yeah.
So...
we want to help you be successful with that.
If there's any pieces that you guys found really insightful, please make a comment about them.
Yeah.
We're taking pieces that we've experienced ourselves and a lot of pieces that we've read from other people.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned, Grant Cardone and others like that. So, yeah, feel free to reach out to us and let us know what some of your goals are for 2018.
Yeah, that would be great. All right. Bye, everybody.
All right. Bye.